Welcome to St Lucia.
That was amazing.
Original.
That was amazing.
Original. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bless it. Bless it like this.
That's the introducer.
Yeah. A little bit of paradise. You end up in paradise. You made it all around. Yeah.
All the way here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
What we've just been told is like a local family recipe with dumplings, some soya, some veggies. Right, it's the 4th of January. We arrived here in the Caribbean on the 30th and we did just party for a little while, didn't we? A good New Year's was had. And now we've just come out of the marina. We were in there to get, I had a repair to do to the furler, the foils of our furler had pulled apart. So I've been in there doing that, so I fixed that yesterday. And then we're out to anchor now to save money, out to pasture, so to speak. Come and have a look at our new outboard.
Oh my god! That is very bright.
It's a little bit full on that, isn't it?
Well, at least, you know, everyone will know it's ours. We'll get known for the people with the pink engine.
It looks horrible, doesn't it?
Well, no one's going to nick it, are they? So that's the idea. Another expensive shopping trip. There seem to be, I don't know whether it's just because we're in Rodney Bay and the town is kind of, you know, well known and busy and touristy. So we can't really afford to eat here. So it's a good job we did most of our provisioning in Portugal where it was cheap, and we've still got loads of tin beans, loads of like dry goods like pasta and rice and stuff like that. We might try and let out a bit more chain.
Still holding?
Yeah, I think so. Let me move.
Well, that was vicious for a minute.
What do you think that was blowing? Like 35?
Oh no, way more than that.
Oh, I'm not used to it. I feel a bit out of practice.
Kind of brick that day. I think now the rain ban's come, the wind should drop.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we move a little bit. The other thing is what I've realised is because we've got such a short mast, when ours says 35 or 40, other people are saying 50.
Yeah.
It's the difference between, you know, we've got the other one on the mizzen mast.
Yeah.
That's the same. It's about sort of 20% less because it's that many metres shorter.
Yeah, so whatever that says is actually a hell of a lot blowing a lot more.
Yeah, I would think so. If you went and asked one of these guys with a big yacht with a, you know, big mast, they'd be saying, oh, it was blowing 55.
Oh, I hope that's the end of it. Ooh. Why is it always in the middle of the night?
Oh, I don't know.
Rainy day.
Super busy. Everybody's leaving apparently today. They're leaving Rodney Bay for the World Arc, so I think they go south from here towards Panama now.
Yeah.
So we might wait for them to all go, get out of here and out of where we want to cruise, because there's a lot of boats.
Yeah. And then from here, we're going to go down to MARIGOT Bay, aren't we?
Yeah, MARIGOT Bay next, and then that might be our only other stop on St Lucia, because we're a little bit worried about security.
At Soufrière Bay.
At Soufrière and other places, we've heard some pretty nasty stories about boardings and muggings and things like that.
Lots. I've just been reading actually online. There's some pretty horrendous stuff. But I mean, you know, you do get that anywhere.
You don't want to overreact.
But
that's the thing.
it's just you just want to avoid the hotspots. I think it's sensible, and not be a target.
Brave girl.
Today we are leaving RODNEY Bay and we're going to head south just for about 10 miles, it's not far, and we're going to MARIGOT Bay and we're going to anchor there. There's a good breeze and our friends Alex and Charlie and our crew Jai, who's switched boats to their boat, already set off about half an hour ago, so got some catching up to do.
Nice free shower, isn't it?
Yeah. It's nice having the contrast, isn't it, in the weather?
It is. Yeah, it's one thing I really like about the Caribbean so far is this season. It does get really hot when the sun's out, like it can be uncomfortable, but then there's always the wind, and then it changes. You get a couple of squalls and some showers, and then it all brightens up
sail
again.
for a bit, and then
yeah, it's just nice. The changeability is really good. Love it.
So this is MARIGOT Bay. We're in the outer part. We're very lucky we managed to anchor. The inner lagoon is just where that big super yacht's coming out. Our friends on Grecian are just over there in the middle on a mooring buoy. And we beat a 70-foot catamaran into the spot, didn't we?
Yeah, rushed in here a bit.
Which is nice because normally we miss out. So, but we've only got 10 metre chain out because we only anchored in 2 metres. So. Ben's gonna go and stick our other anchor out somewhere in a spot just over there, just in case we get a squall overnight and it blows us onto the sky behind, which we're a bit worried about. So it looks pretty nice up here. You've nailed it. So we've just come in to the inner lagoon for a bit of an explore, and this is the marina, which seems to be mega yachts only.
But the beach is cool. We've got some local people selling drinks and doing a barbecue, and there's some cool looking bars around.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 little bars dotted around the mangroves. Oh, it's so nice. The sound, as soon as you get like anywhere near it, the sounds are incredible.
A lot of birds in there. Nicky spotted a bar with fairy lights in the mangrove. Let me go have a look.
I aim for everything.
It's raining! Oh, when it comes down hard.
Yeah, that's it. Once it starts,
all the washing's out. We're gonna get soaked. What better way to start the day than 100% local fruit and homemade yoghurt is there.
It's like the 10th time Nikki's had to go out and take the washing in.
What are you doing, Ben?
Trying to explain to you what we need to make to collect rainwater, because we're not going to be able to get any water from anywhere without paying marina fees anywhere around here, but it does rain quite often. So if that's your boom, I think we just need, like, start off with a rectangle of waterproof material and have a little upstand on the end, so it creates a gutter, and these will be tied to our guard wire. That'll be lashed around the boom, like in, say, 3 places, and then you've got a little upstand on things, so the rain will come down here, flow down into this
like
gully.
a roof.
Yeah, and then you just have one corner lower than the other one, and that's where you put that, because that'll be just about over our tank inlet, the main tank.
That looks pretty good.
And you should be able to switch it around. If you do put another one in the other thing that you've bung, then it'll go on the other side, depending on which way the rain's coming from, and then you can fill the other tank.
Yeah. We're moving on today from MARIGOT Bay. We've been here about 3 days, and we found it to be pretty expensive. We have done it as cheap as possible by anchoring, and yeah, we're going to move down to an anchorage on the south of the island.
Yeah, I mean, the anchorage is free here. There's not a lot of space. You can get about, I suppose, 10 or 12 boats in, if they're all tucked in quite nicely. I mean, we met a guy from the Root Spa, which is on the little sand spit here at MARIGOT Bay, a chap called Fluffy. I think his name's Peter, but everyone knows him as Fluffy. But he sorted us out with some good Caribbean food at a reasonable price and cheap beers. But he's the only place you can really go without spending really silly money, you know. So but I mean, you can tell as soon as you come in, because there's the marina dock further down is full of proper super yachts, like monster yachts. It's all big money, and Mick Jagger lives just up there, so it's no surprise. It's no surprise it's really expensive, but we're going to move on, try and find somewhere a little bit more at our scale, I think.
If you're going to do a cruise, you should probably do it on one of them.
I think so, yeah, it looks pretty cool really. Well, it's a really nice day. Yeah, there's a lot to do because it's coming over this really complex volcanic landscape. It's changing the wind direction, so all the gusts are eddying, and you know you've got to be on the sails all the time, which is nice.
I like it.
I love it.
It's really stunning as well.
It is. So I was reading the back of the Irie charts we've got, and they've got a lot of good information on the back, so I always remember to turn them over. But there was a really nice bit on this one for this area, and it said that if you're sailing to the leeward of any of the islands, you must sail 2 pistol shots off to get clean wind.
Distance?
Yeah, the distance. Two pistol. It actually tells you what 2 pistol shots are, but I think it worked it out as about 18 to 20 miles.
Otherwise you get what we're getting now, which is these funny little wind eddies.
Winds are coming off over the thing, and they're all over the place. Like, even the wind instrument will say one thing, but actually what's happening at deck level is completely different. But we're super close in, so...
sailing hairdo on today.
Honestly, back in the day, this is what pirates looked like.
Back in the day, that's what you looked like.
Yeah,
Back in the 80s.
back in the 80s. Yeah.
Anyway, we are heading over there to that point. Well, we're supposed to be, but we're not really making much headway, are we?
Well, the old girl doesn't really like sailing into the wind.
No.
It's nice, sun shining, it's
Yeah.
warm.
So this is home for the night. The anchor's dug in nicely. Nice secluded anchorage with only one other boat.